Welcome to Smarten Key Influencer Analytics. Key Influencer Analytics allows business users to focus on what matters most in their data and to gain critical insight and use that insight to make confident business decisions. Here is a brief overview of Smarten. Smarten is an innovative combination of traditional and modern business intelligence components. With this unique combination, you get browser-based self-serve BI tools, traditional components like reports, dashboards, cross-tab and tabular and print reports, geomaps, and other components. You also get advanced analytics components like self-serve data preparation, which allows business users to prepare data without assistance from IT or data scientists, and assisted predictive modeling to support business users with no data science background, so they can create, share, and use predictive models on their own. Smarten also includes natural language processing, or NLP search analytics, which is a Google-type context-based search analytics tool, as well as smart data visualization and other tools. You will find videos on our website to explain these features in detail. In this video, we will focus on the newest feature of the Smarten Solution Suite, Key Influencer Analytics. Here, we see an overview of the Key Influencer Analytics approach and benefits. The challenge today is to sort through mountains of data to find meaningful information and gain insight, so you can plan, adapt, solve problems, and capitalize on opportunities. Key Influencer Analytics allows business users to identify crucial data and leverages machine learning to process and illustrate key influencers. It will clearly recommend the target and influencers in the data set and reveal the influencers that have the greatest impact on the target, as well as the relationships between data points, using interactive visualization so results are clear and concise. The tool interprets relationships and variables in simple English language so business users can quickly see and understand results. In the use case presented here, a company is analyzing sales, including parameters for category sales, price, discount, and competitive sales. And this reveals that the most important target in the data set is sales. The system identifies influencers, and that discount is the highest influencer, while city has the lowest impact. It identifies the type of impact, showing that when the discount goes up, sales go up, and if competitive sales go up, sales go down. There are many other insights provided by this tool. In this overview, we've presented a brief summary of the process and the value of the insight it provides. Now, let's take a closer look to see Key Influencer Analytics in action. This is the Smarten homepage. We will begin with a sample data set for customer churn. What you see here is a training data set, and it illustrates the data for a utility and internet services company. Here, you can see the data related to each customer and the services the business provides to that customer. The data includes customer ID, gender, whether the customer is a senior citizen, whether they are living with a partner, the number of dependents, how long they have been using the services of the company, and which services they are using, and what kind of contract they have. In other words, are they month to month, or do they have a 2-year or other type of contract, as well as the payment method they use, the customer monthly charges, and the total charges they have paid over the life of their relationship with the business. And finally, whether the business experienced customer churn with this customer. In other words, did they cancel their services or did they remain with the business? Next, we will create Smarten Insights. This process will involve predictive modeling, and for this we will use the customer churn data set we just reviewed. The system is asking for some basic data sampling and filtering questions. We will not apply any filters today, but rather will use the full data set. The system will also give you an opportunity to handle outliers, and it will ask you how you want to handle missing values and other basic data cleansing questions. Next, we will select the type of analysis we want to do today. And for this exercise, we will select classification. since we are trying to predict customer churn, which is a target variable. Based on this selection criteria, the system will auto-identify the target and predictors based on the data set we supplied, and it will deliver results and insight for this analysis. During this process, the system will present auto-recommendations of the target and predictors. Here, the system has offered streaming TV as a target variable. But we want to look at customer churn, so we will change the variable. And, as you can see, the system will now identify the key influencers that are affecting our target variable. That is churn or customer turnover. Here we see that the system has identified contract, online security, tech support, tenure, and internet services as the influencers that will have an impact on our target. Perhaps we want to add gender and senior citizen status to this list as well, so we will select Apply to add those factors. And now you can see the influencers for the target, which in this sample is churn. Here, the system reveals that contract has the highest importance, followed by online security, tech support, tenure, and finally senior citizen status and gender. And as you can see, the system provides the influencers in the order of highest impact and illustrates the degree of impact on the target. And now we will dig a little deeper to further analyze the key influencers and the impact on our churn target. As you can see here, the target variable is churn, and here are the influencers we have selected. For each variable, the churn factor is illustrated with a yes or a no. If you want to perform analysis that is specific to a target variable value, we can select one of those values to view the results. Here we see the contract variable, which has the highest impact on our target. And the system has identified higher odds for churn yes for customers with a month-to-month plan. In this way, the business users can see a simple interpretation and understand that the business is more likely to lose a customer with a month-to-month plan as compared to a customer with a long-term contract, and that the lowest possibility of churn is for those customers with a 2-year plan. And the system also provides a breakdown of where the yes and no values of churn lie for each of these influencers. Next, we will look at the detailed interpretation of these results. This is a simple English language interpretation, and it is easy to understand. Here you can see that there is a statistically significant association between the contract variable and churn no. As you can see, the highest contribution to churn yes is from a month-to-month contract plan. And month-to-month is perhaps the most prominent example of a variable that will impact customer churn with a greater experience of customer loss. The system also provides the odds ratio. So, for example, the odds of churn no are highest for a 2-year plan. That is an index of 18. And the odds of churn yes are highest for a month-to-month plan. And in order to avoid any misunderstanding, the system provides an interpretation in simple English to tell the user that the odds of positive customer churn are the highest for month-to-month and the lowest for a 2-year plan. This gives the user an indication that it would be wise to focus on month-to-month customers to convert them to a 2-year plan. And using the same process, we can analyze and view the results for other influencers. Now, let's take a look at the tenure variable. This view represents churn no. If we switch to churn yes, we see that a tenure of 1 to 22 months has the highest impact for churn yes, and that the chances for churn yes are lower for customers who are with you for a longer time. So this is the area you will want to focus when customers are with you for 16 to 22 months. This is when customers might leave or be attracted by a competitor. In this example, the system has revealed that if you want to manage customer churn, you should reach out to customers in the 16 to 20 month range of service. You can also perform a simulation where you can combine influencer values to determine the predicted churn based on these values. Let's take a look at the results. If we have a month-to-month contract with no internet service and a customer is male and not a senior citizen, the chance of churn is no. We can also change the values. And now we have selected DSL and senior citizen status. And we see that the churn is also no. Of course, for other combinations and variables, the results may reveal churn yes. In this way, you can review various combinations and see the effect on churn yes or churn no. You can also perform simulations to find out which group or characteristics will result in churn yes or churn no, and see the associated accuracy and the probability for those results. And you can look at the predictor impact for a particular set of influences you have chosen. These tools and techniques provide a meaningful analysis that will help your business gain insight into key influencers. And these techniques can be applied to any number of business use cases to provide fact-based information for decisions and to support business agility. This is a very brief illustration of Smarten Key Influencer Analytics in action. There is so much more potential to explore, but we hope this has given you an idea of the possibilities and opportunities this tool provides for your business. This completes our review of Key Influencer Analytics. As we illustrated in this presentation, this tool helps the user to focus on what matters the most in your data and to gain actionable insight into this data. As decision makers, we often make decisions based on opinion or what our gut is telling us, or in some cases, we make a decision based on what we think data has told us in the past, though that data may have been incomplete, dated, or inaccurate. With this tool, business users can leverage data science and metrics and assure that the organization is not making flawed decisions or recommendations, so it will help the enterprise and the user to avoid surprises. You can achieve laser focus by targeting and illustrating those issues you wish to understand and taking action to achieve the best results. And Smarten is designed as a self-serve tool to support business users, so your team does not need a data scientist, IT, or analytical background to use these features. If your organization wishes to support a transition from business user to citizen data scientist, Smartin Augmented Analytics and Key Influencer Analytics tool will help you on your journey. We want to thank you for your interest in Smartin Augmented Analytics and the Key Influencer Analytics tool. We hope you have found this presentation helpful, and we encourage you to contact us through the Contact Us section of our smarten.com website with any questions you may have. We are here to support your enterprise and your team, and to help you get started on your journey toward improved data literacy, citizen data scientist success, and business results.